Hello everyone, today we're looking at the 3030. This is a 3030 and here's another one. This is a 3030. So today we're going to look at the 336 Marlin in caliber 3030, also known as 30 WCF for Winchester centerfire, which is Winchester's the one that developed it. This is a 336 CS Marlin micro groove barrel. So this gun's predecessor was the 36 Marlin. The 36 Marlin was a little bit different. It had a square bolt with and it come all the way back, the way I understand it. And this has the locking lug coming up into the bottom of the bolt. And it also has the transfer bar safety, which is right here. So, and the 1936 Marlin was the predecessor to the 36, and if I'm not mistaken, the 1893 was the forerunner of the it was the forerunner of the 36. So I believe what it did is it evolved from the 1893 down to the 1936, down to the 336, which is what we have here. So anyhow, it's been running a pretty long time. This here, 336, come out in 1948. So it's been out a while in this particular configuration here, which you can see it has this chrome bolt here that comes back and forth. You can see how it works right there, popping out the back. And it's a pretty stout gun, pretty strong. It's heavier than the Winchester by about a half a pound or so. And it's not any stronger at all. It's about the same as the Winchester Model 94. So this one has this scope on it, and the scope was on it before I got it. I think I paid less than $170 for this gun. Anyhow, this scope come on it, and it's kind of twisted because this right here actually goes right here, normally. But it was sighted in, and I gave the gun to my daughter, and she hasn't changed it, and I'm not going to change it unless she asks me to. So anyhow, this is her hunting gun. She's loaned it to me so that I can demonstrate how well it works. So we're going to run it for 2-shot speed. We're going to shoot it into some ballistic material. We're going to run it. We're going to run it into some water jugs. We're just going to have a little fun with it and just see how well this Marlin does. How fast can we get off 2 shots? Do you think we can get them off in under a second? And 2 shots on target. So anyhow, this should be a really fun video. Hope you'll stick around to the end. At the end, we're going to shoot a water jug or 2 and just see how well it blows them up. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Let's get started. All right, I want to show you this feature. Now we are on the range. This is pointed in a safe direction. And like for instance, say you just run out of shells, you throw your lever open, drop your shell on the side, and you're good to go with another one. So that's kind of what we wanted to see. And we're also going to try it with this round nose bullet, just see if we can chunk it in the side. Yep, another FTX, just chunk it in the side. So if your tube magazine runs empty, you can just chunk one inside, close it, and you're good to go for 1 shot. So it works good as a single shot in that perspective. All right, we're going to load the FTX in first. Flat point right behind it. Then we're going to shoot them into the target. Seems like they work pretty good. Gun is unloaded. Let's go check them out and see what they did. Okay, we have one impact right here, one right here. This is going to be the flat nose. This is going to be the FTX. We're going to go through there and see how far they went. Shut off the slow-mo camera. All right. So the flat nose is opening up first. I don't know if you can see it right there, but that's a pretty good size wound channel. The FTX is opening up second. Pretty good size, yeah, pretty good size wound channels. You can stick your whole finger in there. Same thing in the other side. I can get my thumb in there. I can get my thumb in there. So they're pretty big. Let me see if I can get this out here so you can see them. That's the, and there's the FTX. Okay, let's take off a few more layers. Look at the damage going on there. That's some pretty good damage. Puckering it out pretty good. I would say right now, neck and neck. Now the FTX is 160 grains, and the flat nose was 170. So there's a little bit more weight on the flat nose, so it might or might not go further. So far we have traveled through this much material. They are, well, there's part of the 170 grain, little piece of it right there, some little pieces of the lead, and I think we're approaching the end of their travel. There's a piece of the FTX. They're still going. We're getting to stack this up here so you can see how much we went through. That's over 10 inches, and it's still trucking. Okay, the FTX did stop right here, and let's see how much further the flat nose went. Right here. So here is the flat nose. Obviously this is really close range, so they probably overexpanded and damaged themselves more than normal at normal hunting ranges. But okay, there's that one. It traveled through, I would say about, give or take, about 2 inches more material. Because here's the FTX right here. You can see it nice and shiny right there. Let's see. Here she is. Now she did expand bigger. And we'll check the retained weight and see which one weighs more, and they did a pretty good job right there. Now we want to shoot the gun for speed. See how fast we can get 2 shots off. Just down there into the, probably into the berm. I don't want to damage my steel targets. So let's set up and do that. You heard that beep? At the sound of the beep, we're going to fire 2 shots as fast as we can. I'm going to try to shoot them into that log down there. Okay. 2 shots after the beep within 72. So they were fired within a half a second. So you could get off 2 shots in a half a second out of a 30-30 Marlin. So that just gives you a rough idea. I don't think I hit good with the second shot, but let's try it again. We'll try it with the FTX. Just give us an idea how well we can do. It's kind of hard to get that second shot back aimed with this scope. But let's see what we can do. All right, gonna try 2 shots on that log as quick as I can. These were well aimed shots. That was, let me look at it, 1 second and 5.56. The two shots were within a second and a quarter, basically 1.29. So a little bit slower trying to see through this scope to get back sighted in on that log. But I believe you could do it, especially if you was cowboy action shooter or whatever. So I should be able to shoot at that 50-yard target and see how long it takes to get one shot on target from the sound of the beep. I'm going to try it from the low ready. Sound of the beep to the shot on target was under 2 seconds, and that was looking through this scope, getting lined up. So we're going to try that one actually again, see how fast we can do it. That was still under 2 seconds, but not that good. But it gives you an idea that the Marlin is no slouch. You can get some shells off fairly quick. It ain't no slouch. So let's shoot some water bottles and have us some hydro explosions and see what it looks like. Okay, the 170 grain bullet retained 133 grains. The 160 grain bullet retained 125 grains. So let's check how big they are. Sorry about the rooster. Make sure we zero it out. Okay, the FTX expanded out to 642. The 170 grain flat nose expanded out to 633. So not a whole lot of difference in them. Really fun little gun to shoot. We could do some more videos on this if you guys would like. Yeah, it's a really nice little gun. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day, and God bless each and every one of you.